Welcome back, Tribe. Today we're going to talk about a simple topic: how to know if she's really into you or if you're just a walking wallet. There's some little street cats, something commonly seen in Europe. Here's how you distinguish between genuine love and financial exploitation. I'm going to be talking to you guys through the mic here because it sounds a bit cleaner with all the traffic on the road, but enjoy the random film locations. So genuine affection. Look for emotional support, consistency in her behavior, and selflessness. So let's break those down. Emotional support in the sense that if you're going through a rough time, if you're down on your luck, if you're feeling a bit sad, your woman doesn't immediately pull away, feel disgusted, or give you any negative reaction. She's there. She's immediately inquisitive. She provides the support naturally without you asking for it. She's questioning you on what's wrong. How could she help? She offers up solutions. She offers how to lend a hand. This could be like when you're sick and she just naturally wants to make you a chicken soup, whether you're injured and she's making sure you're taking your medicine, rebandaging you, or if you're feeling down, she may try to lift your spirits by cooking some favorite meal you might have or taking you out to a restaurant, spending money on you just to get you out of the house and out of the funk. Now, consistency I mentioned because sometimes your woman may do things for you with an ulterior motive. The only way to gauge her actions as selfless is to see that they're consistent regardless of her being mad or happy with you. Whether she's upset or not, your woman should be there for you, showing these genuine signs of love, taking care of you, nurturing you, whether or not you guys are going through your ups and downs. If she's only loving you and being nice when she's happy, or when things are good, or when she's being rewarded with materialistic gains, then that's not genuine love. That's just playing you for financial exploitation. Examples of true affection can be obviously waking up to cook you breakfast every day, packing your lunch for work every day, making sure you have an amazing dinner at the end of every night. The house is always clean. She's present, happy, and typically relaxes you right when you walk through the door. If you're missing the stuff and your woman is making you fight, you're having a battle when you walk through the door, she's nagging you about whatever problem she's having, that is selfishness. Now, a big one that gets a lot of guys in trouble is financial expectations. I know a lot of men are afraid to breach this subject with their woman because maybe they're batting out of their league and they got a beautiful woman and don't know how to keep her. Obviously, competition means she has other men that could potentially provide her with things you can at the moment. The difference between financial expectations and exploitation is that your woman understands you may be limited, but working towards better goals, a better life for her. She understands and will not stretch your budget or your wallet or try to break you financially to keep up with the, quote, Joneses in appearances online. But a woman that's interested in exploiting you does not care about how much you earn, has expectations that you pay for everything, down to your last penny. She will not, even if she has a job, be willing to split lunch with you, dinner, pay for the bills, help cover the car note, anything at all. It's your job, you're a man. Your money is my money is my money. That's exploitation. So some common scenarios where financial boundaries usually are getting crossed is when a man gives his woman a credit card or a debit card or a spending allowance every month, and in time the balance keeps increasing. She needs more and more and more, and you feel pressured to give more and more and more because she's weaponized verbally that if you can't afford her, you can't keep her. She'll continue to cross boundaries because she's not afraid of losing you. You'll just move on to the next man that will pay for everything she wants. Again, you're being exploited. Communication and transparency. I know a lot of women talk about communication is key, but very few are transparent when they're communicating. Often they say one thing but do another. Men need to understand that communication involves no ulterior motives, and it's simply a powerful way for you guys to understand each other, both where you're coming from, both where you want to go in the future, what kind of relationship you want to have, and what expectations are for one another. For example, discussing finances, kids, buying your first house, moving to another state for work. You need to have honest conversation with your woman. If you're being exploited and she just wants your wallet, she will typically communicate with you. If she's only interested in, if all your woman does is talk about how much money you need to make, the things she wants in her life, how big the house has to be, how nice the car has to be, that is a sign you're being financially exploited. You're dealing with a leech. And you know everybody's favorite, watch what they do, not what they say. This is one of the most powerful ones you can actually follow. Just watch their behavior every single day. A happy man comes home with his woman greeting him with a hug, with a kiss. You guys have a healthy sex life, and often fights between you get resolved pretty easily because those communication skills I talked about earlier always reach down to the bottom of how we can fix it, not how you have wronged me. If your woman doesn't talk in the words of we, us, understand that she's looking at her position as her versus you. That's another way how they show their true intentions. Whispering sweet nothings in your ear doesn't matter. If you come home to a dirty house, she doesn't cook, She doesn't take care of herself. She's not watching her weight. She's not trying to eat healthy. She's not helping you achieve your goals. She seems disinterested in everything you're trying to achieve in life. She's not your biggest cheerleader. She's not your supporter. Constantly tears you down, makes you feel less than, and all in all just makes the house feel like hell and you'd rather not be there. That's a woman showing with actions that you are simply a walking wallet. She doesn't see you as a man. She sees you as a utility. Something that merely provides her with the bare necessity of what she needs out of life and will be replaced when you step out of line. Some small test you can do to see her intentions, whether her words match her actions, is suggesting something like an inexpensive coffee date or a walk in the park. See her expression. Watch the body language. Does she immediately pull back in disgust? Does she look at you sideways like you just offended her? Does she feel that she's above a date like that where you're genuinely trying to know her? Is your woman the type of woman that wants to be taken care of on 5-star dinners only? Does she care about how she looks and what meal she filmed for Instagram? You are being exploited financially. A woman that truly loves you would be okay hanging out under a bridge even when it's raining and thundering just to be able to hold your hand. A woman that loves you would want nothing more than to just sit there and be in your presence. Do you know women are naturally clingy for the men they love? When you hear guys talk about, I can't get her off of me, she's constantly calling, always asking me how my day's going, just wants to talk on the phone all day until I get home, won't leave me alone, I can't even game with the boys, she's on my lap. Yeah, that's a woman in love. A woman in love, even when you give her money, will come back and spend it on something that would involve you. You can tell your woman, go get your nails done, go get your hair done, give her a couple $100 to look good for a weekend date you have planned. And she'll come back with some food, she'll come back with some cologne, she'll come back with something, thinking of you. And then tell her no financially. Say you're having a hard month. Say money's gotten tight. Say you guys need to budget for a while. There's no more going out. Test her with this. See how she reacts. Is she pull back affection? Does her energy change in her demeanor? Does she treat you worse? Is she giving you the cold shoulder? Do you feel like a roommate in the household? That's signs that your woman is treating you like a walking wallet. Now, all of this is easier said than done, of course. I understand when you're in a relationship and you're in love and you've put your woman on a pedestal, you're respecting her, or maybe you're too deep. You're married, separation may be too painful, you're going to ignore some of these red flags, or maybe you see them and you choose to just ignore them yourself. Perhaps you have no other options. Perhaps getting her was hard. The sunk cost fallacy may be taking hold. You think it's too much of a loss to leave now, you might as well stick in there and make the best of it. That's a huge mistake. If you're being exploited, you are with a parasite that is draining the life from you day by day, and you're allowing it to happen. Once the parasite has completely drained the host of anything valuable, they move on to the next one. You're on a ticking clock where this eventually ends with you being left as a husk of a man. Guys, women that really are into you, want to spend every waking second with you, absolutely adore cooking for you. They get excited watching you eat the food they cooked. They ask you how good does it taste, if they can change anything. They'll ask you what color to get their nails done. They'll ask you what kind of clothes you want them to wear. They'll ask you how you want them to behave. They will naturally see other men as invisible. They won't respond to other guys' DMs. They won't message other men. They won't even entertain the idea of thinking of another man. When a woman is truly in love with her man, she will be one of his greatest assets. But if your woman has settled for you, which is unfortunate because many men fall into this category, and you are being exploited, you are the get out of jail free card, you are the bailout from bad decisions in her life, you will experience small tests of hell. She will fight you. She will be very opinionated. She will fight you on your leadership. She won't allow you to take the lead. She will question every decision you make. She will be aggravated and frustrated. Even at the smallest mistakes that you make, she will chew your head off. She hates being in your presence. She gives you sex once in a while for maintenance to shut you up. She's a starfish, she just lays there. She's disgusted by you even touching her. The only time she's ever happy is when you do things for her. And then an expectation builds that you must do things for her in order for her to be happy. So when you don't do anything for her and just have a normal baseline in your relationship, no gifts being showered, she punishes you for it because her love is conditional on the things that you buy her, how she benefits financially. You are being drained of your energy, my friend. Unfortunately, a lot of men are in this position. If your woman really loves you, she makes the relationship effortless. If it feels like work, you may be one of the men that needs to reevaluate his relationship with his woman before you invest any more time and make it far more costlier for yourself. They say people can change, and that's true, only for people they love. She won't change for you if she doesn't. That's the bitter truth that you have to swallow. And that closes out this episode, guys. If you like the voiceover style while I walk around Bucharest, please let me know. I'm trying to find out ways that I can spice it up. Maybe you guys enjoy watching me
film all over Bookrast seeing what I'm seeing while I'm talking as a voiceover. Obviously, the mic quality sounds a million times better. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. The channel's new and got to help push it in the algorithm. For those that haven't yet, please join the private community. We'd love to have you. We have calls 4 times a week. And as well, thank you to everybody that's been buying shirts. Appreciate the support. I started private consults too. All the links are in the description for those that wanted an exclusive hour or two to themselves where they have specific questions, whether it's moving overseas, whether it's women, whether it's relationships. Anybody that may be interested in that will find it in the links below. As for everybody else, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.